Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's check and see where we're at on the big map, because I don't actually remember. But we'll find out real fast, see if we can move our troops around. Alright, so the big guys are all at 0 move. Yeah, we cleared out this little space here. There was really nothing going on there. Did we get anything? Well, can't pull up the journal, so let's go ahead and get out of here so we can pull up the journal. See what we got to do here. Find Captain Sealkind. Find Queen Galfrey. Learn Queen Galfrey's fate. Riddles of the Nameless Runes. Capture all the regions. Defeat the champions of the Abyss. Find more Elven script pages for the storyteller. Store the ancient cloak with the storyteller. Alright. Let's go back in here, skip a day. Move our armies around. Again, it doesn't have the stuff up there, so we'll go to options, and then we'll get out of options, and there they are. And we can pull down the Storm of Justice. Got our mass teleportation. That is still many days away. Let's check out the decrees. Great commemoration. A random allied crusader army is recruited. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, troops. Oh yeah, I had to come on over this way. That should be the guys that are no longer... Yeah, the guys that don't fit. Alright, big army time. These guys got a general. Let's see, we're gonna holy bomb somebody here. What do we got? Fighters, Glavazoos, Nauschnee, shears, stretches. Alright, let's holy bomb over there. Fireball here. That was helpful. Let's see. We're going to throw this rock at these dretches, because I hate dretches. Ooh, bonus attack! Unavailable. Oh, he's in a stupid dretch fog. Better put a hold monster on the dretches. Bonus attack! Still can't do anything. There we go. It's just now wearing them down. Bonus attack! Let's go ahead and hold monster again. And this should be the end of it. Alright. One fortress down. A host of demons once guarded the horrific remains of Tower Yath, sculpted from demon flesh. Black. The Crusaders stormed the ruins and ended the lives of all who dwelt within. The remains of the tower resemble the decomposing carcass of a giant beast, and the warriors of the crusade are already setting up a war camp a few miles from the ruins to keep an eye on this heap of rotting meat. All right, now let's build here. Build an archery. Stable. Spellcaster's Lodge. And a hospital. All right, now we're gonna Terry Demodans. Bonus attack. Oh, that was a bonus attack, and now the regular attack. Bonus attack. Bonus attack. Bonus attack. I like bonus attacks. Well, not quite what I meant to do there, but still accomplished the same job. Bonus attack! Bonus attack! And I guess this magic missile will finish him off. Oh, maybe not. But it did. The indescribably huge and formidable Demodan chief didn't even rise from the pile of treasure on which he was sitting to rebuff the attack. There he died, his loins sprawled over a pile of stolen gold of goods and golden coins. The very nature of Demodans, their grotesque forms and penchant for goading others to excess doomed him to death. 7,000 finance points. Nice. So now we got a split here. Bunch of air elementals. We're going to hold here. Throw a fireball. Throw another fireball, because we got a bonus attack with these guys. That's the best thing you can get. And let's go ahead and... Ah, bonus. Nice. Go ahead and finish off this guy. Another bonus. Nice. Nice. That was a near perfect. Well, that was perfect. I mean, they didn't even get to attack us, let alone hurt anybody. All those bonuses. The pass where Howl Eternal Predatory Winds has been taken. In the times of Sarkoris, the shamans used to call this place the Mountain Flute, and here summon the spirits of the plane of air. The wisdom of Sarkorians pointed them to a place where the elemental energies are especially powerful. Energy points times 4. Ooh. Oh, she leveled up. We got Marksmanship. We don't have any ranged people, so Siege Mastery. Trap Mastery. Let's do Siege Mastery. I think we're going to pull back a little bit here. I know we're level 10, or 11, but whew, those are tough-looking armies. All right, let's go back to us. One thing we haven't done in a while is check see if any of our characters have anything to say. So we're going to do a quick run around. Look and see if anybody's got anything to say. Nevi does not. Irabeth does not. Regiel does. All right. How are you doing without your squad or your rank of Paralictor? Regiel shrugs his shoulders. It has given me little cause for emotion. I am a competent leader, but for me, leadership has never been an end in itself. Any position that allows me to effectively achieve my goals will suffice. And as your companion and subordinate, I am no less capable of contributing to the fight against the world wound than I would be as an officer of a chapter. All right. Thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. All right, let's head outside. To the streets. Let's go to the storyteller. Check in on him. Who's that? Eliandra. Oh, that's the Perula gal. Let's see. Wants to know more about you. Yeah, I've had all those already. Anything that can carry. Still can't restore that. Knife, presidents, scales. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything I can do with him yet. Discuss your past with you. Yep, nope, done all those already. Alright, I have to go. Alright. Let's check out Darian. See how he's doing. I have a number of new questions for you. I thought so. Darian gives you a sad smile. Do you know what the entity haunting you was exactly? We called it the Other. It is not an entity, but entities, though you may still call them the Other if you wish. It's a fitting name. I myself invented several hundred different names for them over the course of our 10 years together. Most of those were completely unutterable in any polite society, of course. If you wish to know what exactly that thing was, I can't give you much more information, I'm afraid. They were countless, they were dead, and they all had some kind of joint consciousness, like a swarm of ghosts. One thing is certain, those ghosts were not of our world. Did you voluntarily agree to all the conditions proposed by the Other? It was absolutely voluntary. If you forgot about the demonic plague or the murderous Lilitu orchestrating it, it was either that or certain death. What was it like living with that? It was most certainly an unforgettable experience. In all seriousness, though, I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it quite yet. The others have grown so deep into me. I still can't fully process the fact that the leash, the constant surveillance, is gone. A mind-altering revelation in all senses of the world. Why did the others behave so oddly, concealing their presence by any means possible, while at the same time beheading demons and humans alike? I haven't the slightest clue. Absolutely no idea. They did not talk to me much, except for a few rare instances when they wanted to frighten me or make me do something for them. I'm not even sure about those heads, whether they actually killed anyone or simply found corpses and took the parts they liked the most. I had plenty of time to hypothesize over the years, and I came up with several theories. I'm not sure if any of them are true, but I think the Other were not hiding from us mortals. It looked like they were afraid of gods and other powerful entities. They couldn't roam around this world without stumbling upon a cleric or occultists or those fellows, and those fellows are more than happy to pass the news on to their patrons. This might be the only reason for the others not to reveal themselves around mortals, although nobody was truly able to threaten their existence until they met the mythical commander of the Fifth Crusade. Why didn't the Other come out to defend you before? After all, you found yourself in danger on multiple occasions on your travels with me. I was kind of wondering that myself. That is certainly true. You are a source of endless danger and fun. As for your question, Darian sighs. I took some precautions to vouchsafe my life. A contract with Abadar's temple in the capital. It cost me several years' worth of revenue from all my estates combined. Under the contract, if I failed to make contact with the temple for a year, The clerics shall be obliged to use their sacred magic to recover my fate, or discover my fate, and conduct a resurrection ritual should it turn out that I met a premature end. The other, they knew about it. Like they knew about literally everything else that ever happened to me. I felt their presence, their otherworldly scrutiny, as I negotiated the terms and signed the contract. The prospect of being denied their gateway for a year did not seem to perturb them, it seems, provided that I would be resurrected later. But with you, it was a different matter. You are a threat even to demon lords. In your presence, the others were agitated, uneasy, and they flew into a rage when you expressed your intention to kill me. Well, I found out everything I wanted to know. On the other hand, I am glad to be able to talk about this freely. On the other, I don't wish to remember it again. I should go. Goodbye. All right. Now let's run over and talk to Wooljeff. Where's Wooljeff? Am I just not far enough to reveal him yet? Ah, there's Wooljeff. Hey, Chief. Want to talk? Do you want to talk to me about what happened at Yigafliss's mansion? You mean about how I turned down an amazing magical power because of you? I'm kidding. I rejected it of my own free will. You know, Chief, I never met anyone like you. I should be laughing at myself and you and the way we worked everything out, but I don't want to. What would I do in the abyss? I just keep hanging out with scumbags and traitors, thinking that I'm one of them. But with you, I've been to places, seen things, good and bad, and things I've never thought about before. Wooljeff pauses to think. Sister Karis and I and the others used to tell me to grow up and act like an adult. Maybe this is it. I seem to have made a choice, the most important one in my life. I don't know who I am yet, but I'm definitely not a street rat or an urchin anymore. You don't call me a crusader. I've never respected them and I still don't. You're the exception. All right. Hi, kitty cat. I've got to go. Talk to you later. Whatever. You're free to do as you please. All right. Let's see what we got now. We can get 2 for 1 over here. We can get both Ember and Soziel. Soziel's holding a brush and laboring over a painting. He's clearly dissatisfied with the results so far. He tuts and tears a piece into paper into pieces. You notice a knight wearing black armor. He stands tall and straight and tall, with resolution etched in his stern, scarred face. Jeez. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Soziel sighs heavily. He really was a hero. He fought the enemy until the end. But what does he leave behind? I remember what we were like as children, and, you know, I think it was wrong to teach children that they should have to grow up to be heroes. Thank you for talking to me. Well, a couple of them don't have a lot to say. A couple of them have some nice little conversations. My pleasure. There's Ember. Ember is bobbing her head and humming a tune. She greets you with a carefree, cheerful smile. Her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off again into the distance. Your kindness won the battle. Maybe it will help us win the entire war. If only the demon lords listened to me. If more people talked to them, pitied them, asked them to come to their senses, and still, some would rather die of spite than reject it. I don't know if we can win with kindness alone, but I will try. I give you my word. What's going to happen to Nocticula now? It's up to her. She used to think she was free, but she was actually controlled by her sins. Now she is actually free and afraid. What will she choose? Maybe she will do evil again. Maybe she will leave the abyss. I don't know. Now everything is in her hands. I have to go. So go. All right. Now we got Sela. All right. Let's... Ah, there she is. Sitting here with Bismuth. Good day and clear skies. What do you say? Where are we off to today? How do you feel now after the whole story with the Stolen Souls, Sunhammer, and the League of the Inspiring Cart? I feel a burning desire to kick the last demons back to the abyss, sleep for a week, and then celebrate. Sela gives you a broad smile and says more seriously, I'm glad it's all over now, and that it ended the way it did. A huge burden has been lifted from my shoulders. Oh, thank you for speaking with me. Until next time. See you. And Harishlea is last on the tour. There we go. And then we'll head out of the castle and head over towards the new places to explore. Harishlea does not say words. She just traces your cheekbone delicately with the tip of her finger, smiling affectionately. All these years she's been yearning for a human touch. You tried to change your nature and succeeded. How does it feel? I feel reborn. I'm a whole new person now, and the world around me seems remade too. It was always hunt or be hunted for me. I never wanted to be the one who hunts. Yet I am a predator by nature, so I had to restrain myself all the time to avoid destroying everything around me. I had the eyes of a monster, and they could only see pain and suffering. I couldn't even imagine that there were so many wonderful, beautiful things in the world. I'm still unable to understand many of them, but I will change and will come to understand everything. What's going on with your nightmares? Do they still haunt you? Yes, they do, and that's how it should be. I myself have changed, but my past will haunt me forever. All the evil things that I did. I have a lot of debts to pay. I have no right to forget them, and my nightmares won't allow me. The answer to Desna's riddle turned out to be surprisingly simple. Yes, but it was not about the answer after all. What if someone told me something like, Harishlea, you need friends, at the very beginning of my journey? Of course I needed them. This revelation would not have helped me at all back then. It took me several decades of haphazard wandering in order to understand how dreams work, and what I should do with them. The answer was simple, yes, But the journey was the actual lesson the goddess wanted to teach me. Now we know that you can love like we mortals do. How does it feel? The succubus blushes. This feeling is wonderful, yet terrifying. This is why demons are unable to fall in love. Their evil turns them into cowards. To love someone is to open up to the other person, to trust them completely. It means lowering all your shields, knowing your beloved won't hurt you. Now I understand, she smiles. Now I love. I love you. Ah. Shall we spend some time in private? She takes she takes your palm in her hand, holds it to her lips, and gives a light kiss accompanied by a tender smile. Let's go. Did I hurt you? I didn't mean to. All right. Sometimes there in the other game, you might sometimes get a couple extra little conversations out of that. Did not hear. That's okay. Let's hit the south side. Take the standard crew. Hit the road. The party teleportation isn't up. Oh, that's because we're not on us. Party teleportation is up and ready. Let's see. Where do we want to go? We want to go to... Is it here? No. Here. So I think Treason is the closest. Or Gloomy Gorge Bastion. Let's find out. Gloomy Gorge it is. Oh, wrong direction. This way. This is where we want to go. Fight! Oh, and we got a thing here too.
Let us be off.
There's a girl, Nabasu.
You called? I will resign. I will defend my dream.
And yeah, I do like just hanging out here waiting for them to come to us. Basically, usually gives us an extra round against them. Because they spend all their turn moving to get to us.
Cover me, all right?
Ah, you bugger.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Prepare yourself.
Alright. Head on out. Come on. There we go. Heavenly Warriors. Let's do the great the random army. And we need to go to our armies. It's a long moving course here. They're going to hang out there for right now. Alright, I need my stuff back. I want to do this on these guys. Because liches, vampires, undead dragons. We don't like any of those. So let's see, 81, 369, 15. Let's see if this thing does anything to them. A little bit. Not as much as I had hoped. All right. Yeah, let's go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to bomb the bejeebers out of them. It did not affect the... Oh, it did affect the vampires, just didn't kill the vampires. Seeing the liches have got to go. Get rid of them. Bonus attack! Oh, bonus. Defend up. Oh, now it's next turn. Or did I get another bonus? So let's defend up. Ooh, bonus! Or no, beginning of next turn. Oh, bonus attack! Bonus attack! Yeah, they heal when they damage. Bonus attack! And we'll just overwhelm them. Bonus attack! Bonus attack! Crusaders encountered a group of volunteers from Ustalav who joined the crusade around 60 years ago. Unfortunately, their leader, an influential noble, turned out to be an undercover vampire. He corrupted his army, spreading the plague of undeath among the soldiers. Before putting his unholy corpse to the torch, the crusaders stripped his body and found ancient relics of his family. Cruel necrotic dagger +5. Wow. See what we got here. Relic will be augmented. The Amulet of the Cursed Bard. Just to go reform. Last forces. We don't want to do that yet. Alright, Fate of the Voice of the Cursed Bard. Making an amulet. Intermediate. Lyre. Intermediate. Let's make an amulet because we can't use the lyre. One of the jewelers burned Francest's vocal cords and placed the ashes inside a stone formed from solidified fire tar. He inserted the stone into an elegant setting and presented the amulet to the commander. Methods of persuasion. Several politicians across Avestan have claimed that the threat of the world wound is exaggerated, and the crusade is a front that Mendev uses to extort funds from its allies. They are encouraging the nations to reduce their support for the crusade. One of the officers has suggested organizing a series of attacks and abductions in the neighboring nations, seemingly caused by demons, to muzzle the dangerous talkers. I don't like that plan. Let's see what it does. If we agree, trainables 20 for 40 days. Make a public address. Increase Crusader morale by 30. Ignore the politicians. Add 12,000 leadership experience points and deduct 3,000 diplomacy points. Well, buggers. What do we got? Can we open up this? So diplomacy's capped out, so that's not that big of a thing. Leadership is capped out, so both of those are capped out. The only one that's not capped out is logistics, which we have to go do here as soon as our other logistics thing is done, and we get that logistics thing's done. So let's just make an address. Leave it at that. Commander's public address to foreign politicians had its desired effect. The skeptical talks quieted down, and the soldiers were proud to note that their leader held his own even against powerful outlanders. All right, let's take a rest. How much harm or good did the hags protecting the village do to those people? Can we ever know? I condemn them, but I think they're still better than demons. Maybe my gran was a hag too. That would explain a lot. No, really. Recruits. All right, so we've got shield bearers, monks, and these guys. And they need to head to here. So angels can continue their travels. Okay, that's the 11 army. Okay. And we're going to grab archers, courtiers, grab these guys, super monks. They also need to travel to there. Let me get some hedge knights. Ooh, some more super monks. Oh, the super monks are locked. 80,000. That's expensive for the next set of super knights. Hedge knights. We are using hedge knights. They hit pretty hard. All right, we're gonna save our money. All right. Just collecting some stuff. All right, we're ready to hit is. You know what? We're almost at that hour. About to hit is. Let's go ahead and call it here. Do a couple of wars, battles, maybe when we start back up. Or let's see here. Hold on. Let's. Yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. I don't want to get stuck in something for too late. So we'll pick this back up next time. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all that as well. I've been Sir Joseph. As always, you guys are awesome. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.